Danny Koker is a name that became widely recognized through the world of custom automobiles, television entertainment, and Las Vegas culture. Known for his unmistakable presence, deep passion for classic cars, and larger-than-life personality, he built a reputation that blended craftsmanship with showmanship. His journey is often described as unconventional, shaped not by formal education in engineering or design, but by hands-on experience, experimentation, and a lifelong fascination with machines. Over the years, stories about his career have grown beyond just cars and television. They have evolved into a broader narrative involving business expansion, music, entertainment ventures, and public attention that sometimes included controversy and speculation. While much of his public image was formed through media exposure, there has also been curiosity about what happened behind the scenes, especially as he gradually stepped away from mainstream television appearances. This account explores his early life, creative beginnings, rise in the custom automotive world, expansion into entertainment and business, and the challenges that reportedly emerged along the way. It also examines how his legacy continues to be viewed today, both by fans and by the broader car culture community that he influenced for years. Early mechanical curiosity and childhood foundations. Danny Koker's early years are often portrayed as the foundation of everything he later became. Unlike many professionals in automotive engineering or design, he did not follow a traditional academic path in mechanics. Instead, his education came through direct interaction with machines, tools, and real-world problem-solving. From a young age, he was drawn to how things worked. Engines, wires, metal parts, and mechanical systems were not just objects of curiosity. They were puzzles he felt compelled to understand. Rather than learning in a classroom, he spent time in garages, observing, dismantling, and reassembling objects simply to see how they functioned. By the time he was a child, he was already experimenting with restoration projects, including motorcycles and small machines. These early experiences were not polished or professional, but they were formative. They taught him patience, persistence, and the idea that broken things could be rebuilt into something better. What makes this stage of his life notable is not just what he learned, but how he learned it. Trial and error became his teacher. Mistakes were part of the process. Over time, this approach developed into a mindset that would later define his work in custom car building. Creativity grounded in hands-on execution rather than theoretical training. These early garage experiences became the symbolic starting point of a journey that would eventually lead him into the world of high-end automotive customization and entertainment. Exposure to entertainment and the birth of a performer. While many know him for cars, Danny Koker's connection to entertainment began early as well. Growing up around a family involved in broadcasting gave him a rare behind-the-scenes view of television production. This exposure introduced him to cameras, lighting, sound design, and the structure of on-screen presentation. Unlike his mechanical interests, this was a different kind of education, one focused on storytelling and performance rather than engineering. He observed how shows were produced and how personalities were shaped for audiences. This understanding would later become just as important as his automotive skills. At a young age, he experimented with performance himself. One of his early entertainment roles involved hosting a local horror-themed television segment, where he adopted a theatrical persona and presented late-night movie content. This character-driven hosting style allowed him to combine creativity, humor, and visual identity in a way that resonated with viewers. This experience helped him understand something important. Entertainment is not just about content, but about presentation and personality. It also reinforced his ability to connect with audiences, a skill that would later become essential in his television career. The blend of technical curiosity and performance instinct created a unique foundation. He was not only someone who could build and restore machines, but also someone who could present them in a compelling, visually engaging way. This dual capability would eventually define his public identity, entry into custom car culture, and the Las Vegas scene. Danny Koker's transition into the custom car world was not sudden but gradual. Over time, his mechanical skills and creative vision merged into a clear direction, building and modifying cars in a way that emphasized both performance and artistic design. Las Vegas provided the perfect environment for this evolution. The city's culture of spectacle, individuality, and high-energy entertainment aligned closely with his personality and ambitions. It was here that he began establishing himself in the custom automotive scene, working on vehicles that were not just functional but expressive. His approach to car building focused heavily on uniqueness. Rather than producing standard restorations, his work emphasized style, identity, and visual impact. Each project was treated as a creative statement, often blending classic automotive design with modern customization techniques. As his reputation grew, so did the scale of his operations. What began as small projects eventually evolved into a fully developed custom shop known for high-quality builds and attention to detail. The shop became a gathering point for car enthusiasts, collectors, and clients who valued craftsmanship combined with artistic vision. This period marked a turning point. Danny Koker was no longer just a mechanic or hobbyist. He was becoming a recognized figure in the custom car community, known for a distinct approach that blended engineering with entertainment value. Television fame and cultural recognition, the next major phase of his career, came with television exposure. A reality series centered around his custom car shop brought his work to a national and eventually global audience. The show highlighted not only the vehicles being built, but also the personalities, processes, and stories behind each project. This format allowed viewers to see more than just finished cars. It showcased the complexity of restoration work, the challenges of customization, and the creative decisions involved in transforming old vehicles into highly personalized machines. Danny Koker became the central figure of the show, known for his distinct appearance, calm authority in the shop, and deep knowledge of automotive design. His personality helped shape the tone of the series, balancing technical detail with entertainment value. The show's success also elevated his shop into a destination for fans and tourists. It became more than a workplace. It became a cultural landmark within the custom car world. Visitors often came not just to see vehicles, but to experience the environment that had been featured on television. This period solidified his public identity. He was no longer just a custom car builder in Las Vegas. He was a recognizable media personality associated with craftsmanship, creativity, and automotive culture. Business expansion and creative ventures. As his recognition grew, Danny Koker expanded his interests beyond custom cars. He became involved in multiple business ventures that reflected his passions, particularly in music, entertainment, and lifestyle experiences. One of his ventures included a rock-themed venue that combined live music with automotive culture. This space reflected his personal interests, blending high-energy performances with a social environment influenced by rock and roll aesthetics. He also became associated with tattoo culture through a themed tattoo studio, further expanding his presence in creative and alternative lifestyle industries. These ventures were not random business decisions, but extensions of his personal identity and artistic preferences. In addition to his business projects, music remained a central part of his life. As a performer in a rock band, he continued to express himself creatively outside of automotive work. His musical activities reinforced his image as a multifaceted entertainer rather than a single, industry professional. Through these ventures, he built a diversified portfolio of creative businesses, each reflecting a different aspect of his personality: cars, music, performance, and design. Legal challenges and business disputes. Like many public figures involved in business operations, Danny Koker's career was not without controversy. Over time, reports emerged involving legal disputes and financial disagreements connected to his custom shop operations. Some claims involved customers who alleged dissatisfaction with vehicle restoration projects, including concerns about timelines, deliverables, or expectations not being met. These situations, while not uncommon in high-value custom automotive work, occasionally escalated into legal complaints. Additionally, there were reports of internal business issues involving employees and financial management. In one widely discussed case, accusations were made regarding misuse of company funds by a staff member responsible for financial oversight. This reportedly led to legal proceedings and internal restructuring efforts. There were also claims of legal action involving third parties connected to hiring or business referrals, highlighting the complexity of managing a growing enterprise with multiple stakeholders. While details of these cases vary depending on source and reporting, they contributed to public discussions about the challenges of maintaining large-scale creative businesses. They also added a layer of scrutiny to his professional reputation, especially given his visibility from television. Despite these challenges, his business operations continued in various forms, adapting to legal and financial pressures over time. Stepping back from television and public visibility in later years, Danny Koker gradually reduced his presence in mainstream television. After years of consistent exposure, his appearances became less frequent, leading to speculation among fans about his current activities. Rather than a dramatic disappearance, this shift appeared to be more of a transition toward private business management and selective public engagement. His focus seemed to move away from media production and toward maintaining existing ventures and personal interests. His custom shop continued operations, and his entertainment-related businesses remained active. However, the level of public visibility associated with earlier television years diminished significantly. This change contributed to curiosity and rumors as fans attempted to understand whether he had retired, stepped away, or simply chosen a quieter professional life. In reality, his continued work behind the scenes suggested a shift in priorities rather than a complete exit from the industry. The creative philosophy behind his work and brand identity, one of the most defining aspects of Danny Koker's career, is not just what he built, but how he approached everything he touched. His work in custom cars, entertainment, and business consistently reflected a philosophy centered on individuality, craftsmanship, and emotional connection, rather than purely technical execution. In the automotive world, this meant treating each vehicle as more than a machine. Instead of focusing only on restoration accuracy or mechanical performance, his projects often emphasized personality and visual storytelling. A car was expected to represent something, an era, a character, a memory, or a lifestyle. This approach helped differentiate his shop from more traditional restoration businesses that prioritized factory, original rebuilding. This philosophy also extended into the way his shop operated as a creative environment. The workplace was often described as a space where ideas could evolve freely, where design decisions were influenced by collaboration, and where creativity was encouraged alongside technical discipline. The balance between structure and improvisation became a signature part of the brand identity. Beyond Globe thunderous, not because it was entertainment ventures as Earl, but because it consisted of theme, sumging croaddtlysmanship with. Whether on screen or on stage, the goal was to create experiences that felt immersive rather than purely observational. Even in business expansion, this identity remained consistent. His ventures were not random investments, but extensions of a lifestyle brand built around rock culture, automotive artistry, and expressive design. This cohesion helped maintain a recognizable identity across different industries. Public perception, rumors, and the reality of his later years as Danny Koker's public appearances became less frequent. Interest in his life did not fade instead. It shifted into speculation, online discussion, and evolving narratives about what he was doing behind the scenes. This is a common pattern for television personalities who step back from regular media exposure, where absence often leads to assumptions rather than confirmed information. Much of the conversation surrounding his later years has been shaped by fan curiosity and fragmented updates rather than consistent public communication. This has led to a mix of accurate observations, exaggerated claims, and outright rumors circulating across social platforms and entertainment discussions. In reality, the available information suggests a more grounded situation: continued involvement in existing businesses, occasional public appearances tied to music or events, and a reduced but ongoing connection to the industries that defined his earlier career. Rather than a complete withdrawal, it appears to be a recalibration of focus and visibility. However, public perception often fills gaps with narrative. Without regular television presence, audiences tend to create stories that range from dramatic downturns to hidden comebacks. Legal disputes and business challenges discussed in various reports have further contributed to this layered perception, sometimes amplifying uncertainty about his current status. At the same time, his earlier television success continues to influence how people view him. For many fans, he remains strongly associated with the peak years of his show, which can make any change in visibility feel more significant than it actually is in practical terms. Ultimately, the reality of his later years seems less dramatic than online speculation suggests. It reflects a shift from constant public exposure to selective engagement, where creative and business activities continue, but without the same level of media spotlight. Legacy in automotive and entertainment culture, Danny Koker's influence remains visible in both automotive and entertainment spaces. In the custom car world, he is associated with a style that emphasizes individuality, craftsmanship, and storytelling through design. His television presence helped introduce broader audiences to the custom car industry, making it more accessible and engaging to viewers who might not otherwise have encountered it. Beyond cars, his ventures in music and themed entertainment spaces contributed to a broader cultural identity that blended creativity with lifestyle branding. Even as his public appearances decreased, his impact continued through the businesses he built, the media he participated in, and the community of builders and enthusiasts inspired by his work. Conclusion: a career defined by reinvention and complexity, Danny Koker's story is often described as one of reinvention, creativity, and persistence. From early mechanical experiments to television fame and business expansion, his journey reflects a combination of passion, driven work, and public recognition. At the same time, his career also illustrates the complexities that come with visibility, legal challenges, business disputes, and the pressures of maintaining multiple ventures in a competitive environment. Today, his legacy exists in multiple forms: in custom vehicles, in entertainment spaces, in music, and in the cultural footprint left by his television work. While his public presence may have changed over time, the influence of his work continues to be recognized by fans and within the automotive community. Ultimately, his story is less about disappearance and more about evolution, shifting from center stage to a more private but still active role in the industries he helped shape.